All right. Me running around here on my chair. Okay. So most people, most speakers became speakers because they had a really important message they want to share. So I thought we'd start out with a quick poll. What is your financial goal for speaking? Is it financial independence, to supplement your income, or to define yourself as the leading expert in your field? And I put for writing and speaking sometimes too, because the two go hand in hand. If you're a speaker, you have a message to share, you need to write it. You have writing, you have blogs, you have podcasts. So to respond to the poll, just click one of those. And I have three options: to supplement your income, to gain financial independence, or to establish your credibility as an expert in your field, which will help you to earn more. So just click on one of those. And again, we have an 8-second delay on Webinar Jam, so I will wait and hopefully you can push a button. Again, I think we have someone who's unable to participate in the chat bar, so doesn't matter. We'll go through. So many people. One of my affiliates said that she felt more than 50% of her people signed up for the webinar with the intention of watching it on replay. So I know, I appreciate that. Usually, I'm going to go back to the chat bar. Usually it's about 50-50 on those. A lot of industry experts want to supplement their income or earn more from speaking, or speakers want to gain financial independence. And you always want to be the leading expert in your field. Whoopsie. I was moving things around to shorten this up and make it tighter, and I went out of order. Insider Secrets tip number 5. That's exciting, huh? I made sure everything was animated, I hope. Anyway, yes, we're live. Your dream can come true. You can achieve financial freedom as a speaker. See, I thought this went so well with my poll of what do you hope to gain from speaking. So I moved it up, totally ignoring the fact that it was a numbered tip, because I offer at least 10 tips in this webinar. So your dream can come true. You can achieve financial freedom as a speaker if you take the time to understand how the expert industry works, to discover the keys to achieving all you want. It's all about the keys. So when we define financial freedom, what does that really mean? And it means something different to everybody. It's having all the money you want and having the free time to enjoy it, because one without the other is really useless. So you want to be sure that you're doing it, you're having balance in your life, that you have balance. So you're not just working all the time, you have time to enjoy the fruits of your labors. Jack Canfield says, when your vocation feels like a vacation, you have arrived. You really, if you love your work, it's the best feeling ever, and you don't even mind if you work longer than most people do. It's fantastic. So try this on. Imagine earning $5,000, $10,000, or even $25,000 for a 1-hour presentation, which isn't even really that. It's usually 45 or 50 minutes presentation with a little Q&A. So imagine what just a few gigs each month would mean to you over the course of a year. I've booked speakers for more than $30,000 an hour, and I can tell you, you can do it. When I started charging $10,000 for a presentation, the first time I got it, I was just amazed. I worked as hard as I did when I was making $300 a presentation. So it's nice to get paid what you're worth and for what you're delivering. This course was made for you if you have an important message to share, which really most speakers really have an important message to share. You want to distinguish yourself from the crowded field of general speakers. You want to become the leading expert in your field, and I can show you how to do that. It has a lot to do with the field you choose too. You want to earn thousands every time you speak and have high recurring income. You want to influence and help others and fulfill your potential. You want to discover how the speaking industry really works, and you're ready to start getting paid to speak. On the other hand, it's not for you if you really don't care about leveraging your passion, your experience, or your message to earn an incredible income and lifestyle. Maybe you're already doing that with a job or a different kind of career, and you just like speaking about it. You're happy speaking for free. It's a fun hobby for you. I was an invited guest at a Toastmasters meeting a while back, and one of the gentlemen there never wanted to get paid for speaking. He was an insurance broker, and he'd been going to Toastmasters for 26 years, which just kind of blew my mind. I thought, I don't just want to do it for fun and for free. I want to get paid to speak. So hopefully you're on the same page with me. There I am up in Edmonton at the Meeting Professionals International at a luncheon speaking, which is great. The fact that I started as a speaker and an author before I launched the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau really puts me in a unique position to help other speakers. If you've already been paid to speak, here's what I want you to do on your action guide. Just answer these questions, and they're for you. You don't have to share them with anybody, not even me. What's the top fee? If you've already been paid to speak, what's the top fee you earned last year in 2017? What do you want your top fee to be this year for 2018? So if your top fee was $5,000 and you'd like to double that, you'd put down $5,000 and then $10,000. So then when you figure your average fee, you have to include those non-paid free gigs. So if you made $50,000 a year from speaking and half of those, and you did another quantity of those, like 10 gigs for free, then your average fee was only $2,500. And then what do you want your average fee to be this year? And again, you can double it, you could triple it. I just want you to see this so you know where you're going. And then how much did you earn last year total between speaking and product sales, book sales, any other products that you have? And then what do you want that to be for this year? What's the gap? And are you ready to close it? Because that's what we're talking about today. Is it worth 20%, 25%, $20,000? I would give you $20,000 to make $25,000 all day long, right? So that's where we want, is this baseline, so we know where we want to go from our speaking. The truth is that often, in spite of standing ovations and accolades, most speakers don't earn enough money to put gas in their car to get home. They never discover how to monetize their speaking careers. I want to share why. You'd never try to fly an airplane without first taking lessons, would you? I can't imagine anybody doing that. And yet, every day, people become authors and speakers. And I think it's because we're speaking and writing from the time we're toddlers. So writing a book or speaking really doesn't seem like that big of a deal or that different for us to do that. So we think we can be authors and speakers without any formal training for it. Like I said, we've been speaking and writing our whole lives. So I think that's one of the biggest problems that we have, is that because we know how to speak and write, we don't think we need that kind of training. So I'm here to tell you, let's not waste each other's time. My most precious element is my time. This is a no BS webinar. If you don't know what BS is, email me. Okay, this is a no BS webinar. I go really fast. I want to share as much content with you as possible. And you know, these webinars are always an opportunity to buy a course or hire a coach or a consultant or what, you know, to move your career forward. And this one's no different, but I don't want to waste your time. So I'm going to make it super valuable for you. So even if you stay till the end, when I share some nuggets from Napoleon Hill that will help you with all of your decision making in your whole life, I'm not going to waste your time. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to share incredible secrets and insights about the speaking industry that have taken me more than 10 years and more than $100,000 to learn. I don't want you to spend that kind of money. So in just the next 45 minutes, I'm going to show you how the speaking industry really works. And I'm going to share 10 insider secrets tips. You've already seen number 5, right? Including the biggest mistakes that most speakers make, the importance of having a powerful platform, how to do what the wealthy do. If you want to be wealthy, you have to pattern yourself after those successful people and speakers. There are 3 different types of speakers. Did you know that? And then what every speaker should know about the speaking industry before struggling one more day. I'm going to share insider secrets to earning 6 figures and how you can make more money in one day than you ever thought possible. Tracy from Australia. Hi, how are you? I'm so glad you could join us. I know it's really early there. So you missed the very beginning where I just said, in fact, let me just bounce back real fast here, 2 slides. that nobody would ever try to fly an airplane without first taking flying lessons. And yet we become writers and speakers all the time. And I think it's because we write and we speak from the time we are toddlers. But being a professional speaker or a published author is something quite different. So, and I also said that I don't want to waste your time. Now, for everyone else in the room, Tracy's already bought the course that I was just telling you about, my Insider Secrets. But this is a no BS webinar. I'm going to share incredible secrets and insights about the speaking industry that took me almost 10 years to learn and more than $100,000 to discover. So I'm going to go fast and it's fun and I'm going to share a lot of tips, and that's what I want to do. So many people have these webinars and they spend so much time just socializing and warming up the seat, and I don't believe in doing that. So I'm going to share the biggest mistakes most speakers make, the importance of a powerful platform, how to do what the wealthy do, because you have to emulate those people you want to be like. But that was a terribly constructed sentence. I'm sorry. The 3 different types of speakers and what every speaker should know about the speaking industry before struggling one more day. I'm going to share insider secrets to earning 6 figures and how you can make more money in one day than you ever thought possible. Also, at the very end of the webinar, I'm going to go live on camera. I'll answer all your questions. I was live a little bit when we started. And then I just really wanted to get started on time. And I'm also going to share a nugget at the very end. After we're all done, I'll share a nugget before I go live from Napoleon Hill that'll help you make decisions. So let me tell you something. If I can do it, so can you. You can benefit from my experience. There's no reason why everybody should have to blow 6 figures or, 10 years trying to learn this information. Stay tuned. Like I said, most webinars are pitching something or presenting an opportunity, and I have Insider Secrets, Keys to 6-Figure Speaking. But even if you don't sign up for the course, I want you to get enough from this free webinar, and I'm here to answer your questions because I really enjoy helping speakers, writers, and experts. And Tracy, I don't know if you had time to print the action guide, but the URL for it is right at the top of the chat bar in a sticky chat there, and it's lvcsb.com/is-action guide. And you can print that out and we follow that along. This could change your life. I created a course. It took me almost a year to create it. And it's because with all of my projects, I'm constantly inviting speakers to take part in projects. And I was stunned at how much most speakers are struggling. So, and Tracy, thank you. You've got it. The first page is really for you. It's about your fee. What did you earn last year if you've already gotten paid to speak? And what do you want to earn in the coming years? So that's for you. You don't have to share it with us. It's just you need to know where you want to go so you can get there. Okay, so Insider Secrets tip number 1 is establish your credibility always. You want to share with people, why should they listen to you? Why should they buy your book? Why should they hire you as a coach, a speaker, or a consultant, right? Have you ever met someone and you're thinking, what have they got for me? And then as you get to know them and you learn about them, you're like, wow, I can't wait for them to help me. And this is really true about speaking. When you're presenting in the front of the room, consultants, a lot of coaches and consultants speak in front of the room for the sole purpose of getting new coaching clients. So this is what we want to do, is establish our credibility. So I'm going to start by establishing mine. This is why I can help you with your speaking career. In 2006, I founded the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau in the convention capital of North America. Viva Las Vegas. I've been here a very long time. I was here when there were only 250,000 people here, and now there's more than 2 million people. But the good news is there is more than 11 million square feet of convention space. And most of those meetings need speakers. Some of them have industry experts. Some of them have outside speakers or professional speakers. And there's just so much opportunity that is why I created the Speakers Bureau. Today, I regularly get to work with speakers that I used to only see on TV, Jim Lovell from Apollo 13, the astronaut, Brian Tracy, Les Brown, Jack Canfield, and so on, by putting myself in this position. And I see what they do. I've learned what they do. And I work very hard to help other speakers understand what this key to success is. I started out as an author. My first book was The Art of the Business Lunch, Building Relationships Between 12 and 2. It's actually a sales book, not a lunch book. Contributed to Chicken Soup for the Wine Lovers, Soul. Great tie into the business lunch because people want to know if it's okay to have alcohol when you're out with clients. I've contributed to anthologies. I've printed anthologies, and I've had the pleasure of being interviewed by all these media outlets and more. And most recently, I started making personal development films. And Tracy, hey, anyone who comes to my webinar, I'd be real happy to share my movie. The Secrets of the Keys is available on Amazon, free for Prime members. I think it's $1.99 if you're not on Prime. And The Keeper of the Keys is on Gaia.com. And I'm in production on Becoming the Keys. All these stars are in my movies. They trust me with their reputation, so you can too. The other experts gain success by association, which is marketing gold. So much of being a successful speaker comes down to marketing. And that's why I wanted to share this with you. So those are my credentials. That's how I got to be president of the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau. I really just started out as an author. And then I found out I could make more money speaking, and it's been out of control ever since. Really fun. So insider secrets tip number 2, the biggest mistakes most speakers make. They make every mistake in the book. And I'll tell you what, I did too. I made most of these. That's why it took me so long to learn. Okay. The first mistake is they don't understand how the speaking industry works, and they rely on fee-based gigs. And I'll get into that in just a minute. They create and try to sell the wrong products. They don't understand how really easy it is to stop speaking for free and start getting paid to speak. And I'm telling you, I really struggled in the beginning. And I think that's what drives my passion for helping other speakers to succeed. Success as a speaker is not just about being a great presenter, though that really helps. It's about understanding how the business works. I've uncovered so many really serious problems, starting with most speaker training programs really fail to address how the speaking industry actually works. They're either more technical, everything from what color to wear to, how to take the stage. It's ridiculous. I hear from speakers all the time that they spent $10,000 on this program or $5,000 on that program, and they're no better off for having done that. Unfortunately, you can have a really great presentation, a dynamite program, and you can still struggle to make ends meet because it comes down to marketing and who you are. And it's a crowded field. There are so many speakers. If I'm speaking on the Art of the Business Lunch, I'm the only one doing that. But if I'm speaking on networking, I'm up against about 3,000 networking speakers in the country. So that's why it's important to choose your topic and brand yourself in such a way so that it will assure your success. Plus, there are countless experts speaking on the very same topic, as I just said. So the challenge becomes, how can you and your message stand out to achieve your financial and speaking goals? Most speaker training isn't about how to monetize your speaking career, as I just mentioned. At a typical speaker training event, you're going to have a program with 10 or 25 speakers, and they're going to share things like how to create recordings and DVDs, understanding your positioning, packaging secrets, social media, how to have a greater presence, how to do an interview, where to hold your hands, what color to wear, like I said, or how to get hired by particular groups like colleges or women's groups, and a host to help you see the possibilities, all for just $9,995. This is ridiculous. And I hear from speakers all the time that this does not work. It does not show them how to monetize their own message. Are you with me? Also, there's an 8-second delay in the chat bar. So if you type in something, give me a second to see it and I will answer immediately as soon as I see it. Okay, let's look more closely at the top 3 mistakes. The first one is not understanding how the speaking industry really works. Most speakers rely on fee-based speaking engagements. What this means is like a typical bureau or a meeting planner calls you. And if they call me and they say, hey, Robin, we are doing an event and we would like you to do the Art of the Business Lunch and our budget is $2,500. Well, it doesn't matter if I'm a $10,000 or $15,000 speaker, their budget is $2,500. So what I'm doing, and I have the option to take it. I wouldn't get on a plane for it, but if it's driving over to Planet Hollywood, I did this a few weeks ago for $2,500, but I'm letting someone else determine what I'm going to earn. And I think this is what really helps me, is the fact that I started as an author and a speaker before I ran the bureau. So I really see everything from a speaker's perspective. So if you rely on someone to call you and say, would you speak for our group? You are relying on fee-based gigs, and you're giving them control over how much money you're going to make, right? Okay, you have to build your platform, because your platform will help you to earn more. What is a platform and why do you need one? It's what people are saying about you and what you can say about yourself. Actually, it's your accomplishments, your designations, your distinctions, your achievements. What have you done? Everything that I just went over to share my credentials with you. Your platform is a combination of all of your credentials and what it will mean to your career as a speaker. Can you guess? If not, it will mean more money to you as a speaker. I remember when I started, I would have given anything to have appeared on a national news TV show. I finally did. MSNBC called me and wanted to do an interview. And so, boy, I lead with that one because that was hard to get. So it's part of my platform, what I've done. So think about your platform, where you are and where you want to be, and what is it going to take to earn those designations and distinctions that will help you to stand out when a meeting planner is thinking about hiring you. You want to set yourself on fire so that bureaus and meeting planners can find you. They may not always have your budget, but they do book speakers. I book speakers all the time. So if you're searching for a Las Vegas speaker to talk about business relationships or sales, and you want to show up on Google page 1. And there I am on mine. And forgive me for using myself as an example with this, but this is what you want to do. I have the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau up here, my website, a couple times, and it's Google page 1. And that's what you want to do. When I need a speaker, when I have an opportunity to create a proposal for a group, for one of my clients, the first thing I do is go through my website at lvcsb.com. And I look to see if I have the right speaker at the right budget for that event. If I don't, guess what I do? I go on Google and I search sales speaker, leadership speaker, overcoming adversity speaker, any of those keyword topics. And then I find someone who fits that, and I look at their website and I watch their video. And if I think they'd be a good match, I put them in the proposal. So you want to show up on Google page 1. So I have a little poll here. Let me do this one. Here we go. Whoopsie. I didn't reset. That was the old poll. Hang on. We got a new one here. Have you ever Googled yourself? Okay. So look at this. Have you ever Googled? I can't even say it. Have you ever Googled yourself? Yes, and the results were impressive. Yes, but my name or my profile didn't come up, or no, not yet. So it takes a second. There's a little bit of a delay, but I'll leave that up for just a second. And if you can hit one of those buttons, and we'll see. Most people, if they've been speaking for more than 2 years, they'll say yes, and the results were impressive because they come up. If you Google your name, you should come up all over page 1. You should be out there sending press releases and blogging and posting articles on other people's websites and so on. So, okay, well, I'm going to end the poll now and go back to the chat bar. Okay, here we go. So you want to Google yourself every once in a while. Make sure you're coming up, okay? I set the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau on fire. If you search Las Vegas Convention Speakers, the first thing up is an ad for Zappos speakers. Okay, great. And then you see the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau, and then you see my certified convention speakers page when you're looking for convention speakers, and that's Google page 1. And all I searched was Las Vegas Convention Speakers. So I really work hard to generate good search engine optimization for the Speakers Bureau. When building your brand, insider secrets, tip number 3, and you can see this in your action guide, you never want to refer to yourself as a specialist. Can you guess why? I've never met anyone else who could figure this out. Specialist has the word Cialis in it. And Cialis is an erectile dysfunction drug. I don't know if that's international or just in the US. Tracy could probably tell us if they have that in Australia, Cialis. But it's an erectile dysfunction drug, and they spam. So much spam comes because of Cialis and Viagra and various ED drugs. So the problem with being a specialist is you could send out emails and post in your newsletter or blog that you're a specialist, and those newsletters might get bounced by spam filters who all they see is the word Cialis. So you never want to be a specialist. Refer to yourself always as an expert. Okay. Tracy's never heard of it in Australia. It might just be in the US, but you never want to be a specialist because your emails will bounce. We have such a global economy today. We can't just think about our own backyard. We have to think about the global level of information. So, okay. The second biggest mistake that speakers make is they create and try to sell the wrong products for the wrong reasons. You always want to start with the end in mind and reverse engineer your products. Building products to sell is not important as a speaker. It's mandatory. Now, the good news is these can cost next to nothing to create. I love helping people speakers develop their products, and it really helps them make even more money than even they can believe. So you have to have great products, and it's super easy to build them. You have to have a reason for creating your products. You have to create products because there is a demand for it, and then share the reason why you created it. So real quick, I created this webinar and Insider Secrets because there's such demand for it from speakers who want to be listed with the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau. Here's some real examples from my inbox. I hear from a lot of doctors. I hear, we want to sign up. We want to be an official speaker. We want to be listed with your Speakers Bureau. And then this is a big mistake when they say they have a broad range of subjects to choose from. And they all say, we're looking for more paid speaking opportunities. Yes, you and everyone else. So this goes on and on and on. And every week I hear from speakers. And I think I heard from 3 speakers in one day. I was working on a different online course, and I thought, Robin J., you really need to do this because most speakers don't understand how the industry works. So that's why I created this. And with all my projects, I talk to so many speakers who are broke or struggling, and I just decided to help speakers monetize their message. All right, Insider Secrets. Tip number 4, when we talk about creating awesome products, just make them something people need, something people want, something you know a lot about. You are an expert on something. So you want to make your products about that and to support your speaking. A book is a great place to start. And you also want to create products with greater value. Here I am on the red carpet of my first movie with Jack Canfield, Marcy Shimoff, and John Gray. What you want to know is, how are these super successful speakers earning more than most speakers working today? And this is information that just took me a long time to learn. I'm not a slow learner, but the industry was such a mystery to me. And when I look at them, I understand how they got to be so rich and successful. And you want to learn from them. Where you are financially today is the result of what you were doing 5 to 10 years ago. Think about it, and I'm sure you'll agree. When you think back, okay, 5 or 10 years ago, I was doing this, I was doing that, I was here, there, and you look where you are today, and you can see that you are on this path. If you're going to become a wealthy speaker, you have to do what the wealthy do, which means invest in yourself. Now, does anyone know what OPM or OBM stands for? You've heard that it takes money to make money, but it doesn't have to be your money. So this is why I always say Donald Trump never paid cash for a building, right? But now that he's president, I think I need to avoid talking about him because people will have political feelings one way or another. But I used to say that all the time because the wealthy use the power of debt to buy things that are going to appreciate. The poor use debt for instant gratification. They buy items that cost them money, and these items decrease in value. Things like big screen TVs, cars. You know a car isn't worth what you paid for it the minute you drive it off the lot. Technology. Did you ever buy an Apple Watch and get home and the next day they announced the 2nd generation or 3rd generation iPad or whatever, technology you can't keep up. Jewelry, unless it's investment grade, like a 4-carat diamond or bigger, you're not going to get your money back out of it. And then vacations. It's the worst thing to put on a credit card is a vacation, other than for tracking if you pay it off immediately, because now you're paying interest on a trip that you took 6 months ago and you're thinking you need another trip about now. So this is what the poor do. They use that debt, their credit cards, for instant gratification. The wealthy and successful use their power of debt to make money. They use their credit line to invest in things that will increase in value, like education, real estate, and the stock market. So follow what the wealthy do. This is, you may think this has nothing to do with speaking, but it has everything to do with speaking, because you want to invest in yourself so that you can get where you want to go. And where you want to be. So are you where you think you should be at this point? Now, if you're just starting out, of course, you're not where you want to be, but you are where you should be at this point because you're just starting out. But if not, are you ready to start earning what you think you're worth and not what someone else has determined, so you can start living your dream? If so, go ahead and put yes in the chat bar, and hopefully everybody is ready to start earning what they think they're worth and not what someone else, not some fee-based gig that someone's calling you with. Okay, are you ready to change your game? Just put a quick yes in the chat bar, because this is something, when I learned this, it blew my mind. Absolutely. I like that. Thank you. Did you know there are 3 types of speakers? They are general, public, and paid. So, which type of speaker do you want to be? Let's look at the difference. General speakers include the more than 18,000 speakers listed with the Washington Speakers Bureau, leading authorities, Kepler's, and other speakers bureaus around the world. They're talented, they teach, they entertain, and they motivate their audiences. It also includes everyone and every Toastmasters in the world, which is tens of thousands of people around the world. Industry experts, doctors, lawyers, engineers, people who love to speak to their groups, and their industry experts. Those are general speakers. They'll speak for whatever they can get, whenever they can get it, whether it's a $300 honorarium or a budget of $1,500. Most people are general speakers. They'll even speak for free and to any size audience. They hope to sell product in the back of the room, BOR, it's an industry term, but they usually don't. General speakers hope to land a big $10,000 to $20,000 keynote presentation. Occasionally, a general speaker will get hot. They have the right message at the right time, like a TV show or a viral video. There's Larry Wingett, the pitbull of personal development, or Judson Lapely, who had the first viral video, The Evolution of Dance. They get to raise their fee. Judson went from being a $3,000 speaker to being more than $10,000. And they get booked a lot. I tried to book him a year after The Evolution of Dance came out, and I could not get him here to Las Vegas for 2 days to fly in one night, speak the next day, and leave. From August to Christmas break, he was booked. So that's amazing. There's a catch-22, though. A bureau will want to book you once you no longer need them to. Did Judson need me to call him? No, he was already booked. So that happens with general speakers. Now, public speakers, which is probably the most misunderstood. We speak in public, so we say we're public speakers, right? But true public speakers are really famous, well-known speakers. They're always a keynote presenter, and keynote is when everybody at a conference is in one room listening to one speaker, as opposed to a breakout session where there are a bunch everywhere else. They earn between $15,000 and $100,000 each speech. They're not concerned about selling products or anything else. And their average audience size is 500 to 20,000 people in a big arena. That's the kind of platform where most public speakers are speaking. And they use the platform to educate, entertain, and motivate the audience. Here's an example of some public speakers. Rudy Giuliani, he was mayor of New York City during 9/11. A lot of politicos go out into the speaking market. Mark Spitz was the first Olympian to win 7 gold medals in a single Olympiad. He's not swimming professionally anymore, so he goes out and he speaks. I think he's like $15,000. He might get more during an Olympic year. Goldie Hawn, actors and actresses who are too old for those leading lady and leading man roles become motivational speakers, and they share anecdotes about their career as speakers. There's my friend J.B. Bernstein, who was in a movie called $1 Million Arm, where John Hamm, that handsome guy to his on the left side in the picture, played him in the movie. So he went from being an industry expert as a sports agent to becoming a public speaker because his movie went global and won all kinds of awards and sold millions of dollars in the box office. So he's a rare case. Michio Kaku is a physicist who's on all the morning shows, and he has his own show on the Science Channel. And then Jack Canfield, who people may not always know his name, but they've heard of Chicken Soup for the Soul. He sold more than 500 million copies of those books. So he is technically now a public speaker. Paid speakers. We want to know about them, don't we? Because we want to be paid speakers. So surprisingly, paid speakers are happy to speak for free. What? Are you asking yourself, what, Robin? How do they get paid then? Okay. They might even pay you to speak. I have had paid speakers tell me, book me, you can keep my fee, because they know they're going to make their own payday. They base their presentations on science and psychology. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. And they use the platform to sell what they teach. Here's an example of some paid speakers. Top of the heap is Tony Robbins, who earns about $9 million a year and has a net worth of $500 million, which is crazy. From speaking and motivating people, audiences love him. Deepak Chopra has a net worth of $80 million. I was looking this up to be current on these numbers, and his skincare program is $10,000 a year. Unbelievable. And you have more people like Jack Canfield and Marcia Wieder, who you may not have ever heard of. She's America's Dream Coach. Michael Beckwith, Reverend Michael Beckwith, makes a lot of money. He runs Agape Church. Marcy Shimoff is the reason Chicken Soup for the Soul is a series. She had the idea to do Chicken Soup for the women's soul and for the mother's soul. And then there's John Assaraf and John Gray and Don Miguel Ruiz and Brian Tracy. And you see all these people, they are paid speakers. And you want to do what they're doing and follow what they do. And that's what I love to share with speakers, to show that you how you can do it too. Insider Secrets tip number 8. Most speakers are general speakers trying to fit the role of public speaker. That's why they're not making any money, because they're waiting to hit that pay dirt and start making $5 or $10 or $20,000 for a paid speaking engagement. And they really, they're not making any money. They're struggling. They never become paid speakers because they don't even know that category exists. They never realized that you could become a paid speaker and that you have control over that. So I hope that blows your mind like it blew my mind, because when I learned this, I think it was like 2007 or 2008, I was like, get out. I couldn't believe it. Now that you know, I can show you how to become a paid speaker, and that's what I love to do. Insider Secrets tip number 9. Talent. Okay, maybe you're really talented. Maybe you have some great invention. Maybe you overcame some great adversity, and you think because you have this wonderful story and a lot of talent that you should be making $10,000 per speech. But I got to tell you, it is not based on talent. Earning $10,000 per speech is not based on talent. It's based upon a presentation that's built on science and psychology, which means speaking to your audience's beliefs, paradigms, and subconscious minds. If you've ever been to a presentation and you flew to the back of the room to buy a product, I'm telling you that speaker spoke to your beliefs and your subconscious mind and your paradigms, and that's why you bought from them. And that's another thing that I show speakers how to do so that you can sell more every time you speak too. So I discovered this, and I took my new knowledge for a sort of test drive. We all get invited to speak for free, more than I can say. And the more friends we have, the more we get asked to speak for free. So I spoke on the keys to financial freedom at a NAWBO luncheon locally, National Association of Women Business Owners. And I spoke for free for 20 minutes to about 50 ladies, mostly ladies. There were a few guys there. And I earned more than $6,000 speaking for 20 minutes. It blew my mind. I was like, are you kidding me? And my assistant that day said to me, I do not believe what just happened. I sold more than $6,000 and my fee at the time was $5,000. So I quickly discovered that I had control for making more on my own than relying on a fee-based gig. Most speakers really don't understand how easy it is to stop speaking for free and start getting paid to speak. So I had to ask, why is that? I don't understand. Well, I think one of the biggest factors for why most speakers think earning big bucks is hard to do comes from this. The National Speakers Association reports that 95% of their members earn less than $50,000 a year from speaking. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think that's a lot, not in this economy. And the Global Speaker Federation said fewer than 12% of their speakers earn $50,000 a year. So even on a global level, that's ridiculous. The National Speakers Association has a CSP designation. You can become a certified speaking professional. But to do so, a speaker has to show that they've earned more than $50,000 for at least 5 of the last 10 years. And if you want to, go to the NSA website and look at all of the restrictions they have on what you have to, the hoops you have to jump through to earn a CSP. It's crazy. And that's why fewer than 5% of their members can ever qualify for it. So yes, it's very prestigious, but it's also not accessible for most people. It leaves out industry experts and other really great speakers who don't earn exclusively from speaking, and almost every general speaker in the book. Insider Secrets tip number 11. It doesn't take a lot of people to earn a lot of money. When you start speaking and you see these auditoriums with 15,000 people and you think, oh, I have to get that big. No, most of my clients are looking for speakers to speak to groups with 100 or 500 people. Sometimes it's 1,500 or 2,500 at a big convention. We have big conventions here in Las Vegas, like the Consumer Electronics Show, which is broken down into a bunch of smaller conferences. And then they might bring in one of those $150,000 speakers for the main keynote. But it doesn't take a lot of people to earn a lot of money. In getting started, you just have to decide that you really want to become a paid speaker. You're going to stop relying on fee-based gigs and learn more ways to earn what you're worth. Build your platform with proper credibility through products, explosive products, marketing, promotion, videos, publicity, and great search engine optimization. And you need to discover how to use science and psychology so you can start earning more right away. So I told you 45 minutes. Have you learned more so far than you thought you would? It's surprising to see some of how the speaking industry really works, don't you think? There I am looking very surprised. Have you found this to be helpful yet? If so, type yes in the chat bar. I love this hour sharing information about the speaking industry with speakers. If you want to know what else you can do to further your career and start getting paid to speak, go ahead and type yes in the chat bar, because I am very excited to share something with you. Like I said, I spent a year creating this program. The Las Vegas, and Tracy, I know you signed up already, so here's what you're going to get that will blow your mind. Can't wait to start the course. Did you get your email? Did you get your course? I hope you found it. I sent you a few emails about that. Okay. I created Insider Secrets, Keys to 6-Figure Speaking. It's an 8-week crash course that will change your speaking career forever and help you to monetize your speaking career. Here's what you'll get in Insider Secrets. It will really change your life and it'll change how you think about speaking. Okay, super. Don't speak again until you see this in Module 1. It starts out really easily, super simple. I'm going to share the top mistakes that most speakers make and how to avoid them. A little bit of like what we did today in the when I shared the top 3 mistakes with you. So you're going to want to see this before you speak again. Module number 2, the science and psychology behind earning more every time you speak. I'm going to share with you those nuggets that will help you to earn more by speaking directly to your audience's subconscious mind. Seriously, these nuggets, if they were in the wrong hands, could be detrimental. But as motivational speakers, we're here to help people. And these nuggets are, no pun intended, absolutely golden. They are such a game changer. In the third module, Simply Irresistible, Do This If You Want to Succeed, you'll discover what it takes to create truly irresistible offers, how and when to present when you're speaking so that you can close bigger sales more easily and more often, plus how to find the decision makers who can book you for the paid gigs. A successful speaker strategy includes fee-based gigs, doing your own things, finding those decision makers, getting listed as often as you can, having a great presence on the internet, and finding those people who can book you for the paid gigs. They're all listed in one place. I'm going to tell you where. Don't be intimidated by all those pictures, but this is what you're going to get in the course. Presentation, skills, and thrills. And it was funny, I did an affiliate webinar with a publisher, and she was blown away by what I shared. She goes, this isn't like just how to do a PowerPoint. This is the core of how to be a successful speaker. This module 4 is so content packed. You'll discover what you need to market yourself, create explosive products, reach a global audience with your message, and so much more. And if you look at all these little images, how to have a great headshot, how to create great products, video, press releases, what kind of biographies you need about yourself, what kind of testimonials. You have to share testimonials. Whatever you do, you need a responsive website. More than 50% of all e-commerce happens on cell phones today or tablets. People are not just sitting at their desktops shopping, how to make your topic a hot topic, podcasts, publicity, blogs, getting out there, videos. There's so many ways to promote yourself. And I cover all of that in the third and fourth module. In module 5, you're going to get insider secrets to publishing. You're going to meet super successful literary agent, author, and micro publisher Deb Herman. Together, I interviewed her. We share the ins and outs of today's ever-changing publishing landscape to help you see which publishing solution is best for your success. Yes, if you haven't written a book yet, start thinking about it. There I am with them in 2003 when I met Jeff and Deb's husband, and Deb at the Maui Writers Conference. And I would never have imagined that, 15 years later, we'd be friends and working together. So this is just amazing. And I remember I would have given $1 million to just have a one-on-one with a literary agent at that time. And they're kind of inaccessible. So this is really special to have Deb in the webinar. And then insider secrets to speaker marketing. Speaker marketer Gretchen Brunner will share information to help you avoid years of struggling, including how to find those fee-based gigs in your own backyard and online. That was just an incredible hour that I spent with her. And it's a game changer too. It really is. And then we have Bryce Kuhlman from Wisdom Robot with Module 7, Insider Secrets, How to Automate Your Income. Bryce created Wisdom Robot to help speakers offer their products online, which is truly like cloning yourself. He has your key to product creation and income automation, where you'll discover how to earn high, perpetual income online by creating evergreen campaigns that will run 24/7, making money for you while you sleep. This is absolutely priceless. And in fact, a guy posted on Facebook recently that he woke up in the morning and found out that he had a sale for $1,250 at night while he was sleeping. And he's teaching drumming. He had drumming lessons. Can you believe that? You would think it's tactile, but yes, you can teach drumming over the internet. So this is an incredible module. And then module 8 is a live one-on-one with me, and I'm president of the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau. I will personally help you develop your topic into a killer branded keynote. I have more than 20 years in advertising, so I'm very good at this, cutting through the crap, getting to the meat, finding the best way for you to market yourself. I'll help you with your products, your manuscript, your website, your presentation, whatever you need help with at that point to really get you started and off on the right foot. This is a great opportunity to get personalized coaching that will help you on your path to six-figure speaking success. And I'll record the call on Zoom so you can reference it and go back whenever you like. And I charge $500 an hour, so that's a great $500 value. You'll also discover how to put yourself together for the greatest impact online and on stage. Because if I'm going to give you a special designation, I need to know that you're going to represent the Bureau successfully. So here are 4 insane bonuses that come with Insider Secrets. A minimum 2-year listing on the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau in the convention capital of North America. You'll be on my website and on my radar. This is an incredible value. When I started speaking, I couldn't get listed with bureaus unless I was listed with bureaus. Like, really? How is that even possible? But there was a bureau that represented women speakers specifically, and I paid for several years. I think it was like $575 a year. And I paid to be listed on her website so that I could get listed on other websites. So that's where that value comes from. But it's a minimum 2-year listing on lvcsb.com. And there you can see the website at lvcsb.com in the convention capital. Insane bonus number 2, and this is amazing. You will earn your certified convention speaker designation. Imagine having a CCS after your name. That's absolutely priceless. And you'll get this little medallion that says you're a certified convention speaker, which is great. You can put it on your website. You can put it on all of your one sheets, all your documents, anything that you're sending out to prospects or clients. And you can put a CCS after your name. When I think if a meeting planner is choosing between booking you or someone else who doesn't have a designation, that would absolutely tip the scales in your favor, and you'll have a better chance of getting the gigs. And I have a special page on the Speakers Bureau website just for certified convention speakers. And you'll have that medallion. You can see Brian Tracy is there with a medallion under him. Okay. And everybody gets that under their picture. So this is just absolutely incredible. It gives me the opportunity to market the Speakers Bureau by offering something that no other Speakers Bureau has, in the same way that it will give you something to offer for yourself that no one else has, except some of my speakers through the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau. So this is just marketing gold. Insane bonus number 3, I'm going to share mind-blowing information from my Millionaire Speaker Bootcamp, where you'll discover how to use science and psychology to see how easy it is to earn $5,000, $10,000 or more in one day as a speaker. I used to sell the Millionaire Speaker Bootcamp for $2,497. I did it at my house. People would come over for 2 days. I'd cater it. We'd watch on the big screen TV. I had videos. I had guest speakers and everything. And it's a $2,497 value. Now, I condensed down all of that information so that you will understand how to use science and psychology every time you speak. Insane bonus number 4, Insider Secrets to Publishing. With support from Deb Herman, the literary agent and publisher, I will personally help you with insights and personal recommendations so you can achieve publishing success. I have self-published. I sold my work to a traditional publishing house, Career Press. My book, The Art of the Business Lunch, is in 12 languages. I published and edited The Power of the Platform, 3 anthologies. And I normally offer like author in 90-day programs for thousands of dollars. I think author in 90 days is $5,000 or $7,000, something like that. I will help you and give you the steps you need to get a great book published if you don't have one already. Another priceless bonus. What are people saying about the course? I want you to get so excited. This is my favorite. Success coach Charles Leon, who's a new speaker, wrote, "You're an absolute genius. I'm infatuated with these modules. Thank you so much for creating this program. It's truly magnificent. I want to be able to share it with others." I think Charles is going to become an affiliate with me to help offer this program to people he works with. Sarah Rainey is one of those people, author, speaker, travel concierge. She has spent tens of thousands of dollars. I think she said about $50,000 or $60,000 on speaker training. And she wrote, "I now feel I have a roadmap to follow to achieve success as a paid speaker. Each module has a wealth of cutting edge information that I know I can use. I finally know what I'm doing." So that was really exciting when I got that from her. And Billy Arsment, who's got a master's in education, said, I've been around 37 years and have made every mistake you shared. Billy, I think we all do. You gave truth and accurate information about the speaking business. Your strategies for creating a successful speaking career provide a great template for anyone who wants to excel in a tough business. So I share these with you. I'll teach you why you should share testimonials with your people too. But I share this with you so you can feel good about insider secrets, and it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Remember, I hire speakers. Meeting planners count on me. The game-changing modules will include everything you need. This is the only speaker training you'll ever need again. This will help you become a paid speaker and gain financial freedom, including your branding, developing your unique message and brand, what you have to have in a speaker demo video to get booked, the 6 elements you have to have for your speaking website, and how to determine your speaking fee and when to raise it, plus how to earn thousands every time you speak. I offer a 14-day unconditional money-back guarantee, so you really have nothing to lose by trying it. I'm throwing in an extra special webinar bonus too. If you click the Buy Now button during this webinar, you'll get a bonus 3-month group coaching call, which is normally $197 a month, and you'll get it for 3 months, which is great to really make sure you're starting off in the right direction, heading in the right direction. So it's a $591 value. So to recap what you're getting, you'll get, this course was originally $3,497, but that's not what you're going to pay today if you sign up. You get a listing on the lecsb.com website, which is worth $1,500. You'll get the information from my Millionaire Speaker Bootcamp, which is worth $24.97. You'll get a private one-on-one strategy session with me. Remember, I'm president of the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau. You'll get the webinar bonus, which is a great quick start way to, when you're done with your 8 weeks, to go for the next 3 months and get checks and checked along the way, make sure you're on the right path. And then you'll get insider secrets to publishing, which is positively priceless, access to my special guest experts, and you'll become a certified convention speaker and be able to put a CCS after your name, which only the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau offers that. That combined is more than $8,500 plus the priceless bonuses. So today, this value, like I said, it's previously sold for $3,497. I have it regularly priced at $2,497. I have it webinar priced for the next 24 hours for just $1,997. And I offer easy pay, just like QVC, just 4 payments of $577 each. And I'm telling you, if you implement what I share in this course, you'll earn more than that the very first time you speak after taking Insider Secrets. So I'm going to post the offer up here. So if you're with us, you can see that and just click the Buy Now button. But Tracy, don't hit that because you're already in the course. So don't click anything. But for the rest of my guests in the webinar, if they're interested and you want to buy this and take advantage of all these amazing special offers, get listed on the Speakers Bureau website. This is what will happen. Once you click the Buy Now button, in just 8 exciting weeks, you'll know how to get paid to speak. You'll be on the Speakers Bureau and you'll have your certified convention speaker designation. I am incredibly accessible at this point. You can email me, robin@lvcsb.com. I almost always get back to you within 24 hours. Space is limited because there's so much one-on-one with me. So I want you to get started today. What happens if you click the Buy Now button? It'll take you to the sales page where you can see the very special price of $19.97. Just click Add to Cart and finish checking out. And you'll get a confirmation email like this that'll show that you have your content right there. You can get started right away. And each week you'll get a new module that'll show view your new content, and you can go back and review all of your other content for as long as you want. There's no hurry. If you get busy, one of my clients bought the course and he's in real estate and he was closing on a house. And so he's like, I haven't been able, my time management sucks and I haven't been able to access the content yet. No problem. It's there for you when you need it. And you get one new module each week. So it couldn't be easier. Jeff Walker wrote a book called Launch, and he said, no matter what you want to learn, Someone else has spent a life studying it. Learn from them. Why make it hard for yourself, right? You may be able to figure out the speaking industry on your own. I'm pretty sharp, and it took me years and years and tens of thousands of dollars to figure it all out, and running a speakers bureau before I really saw how the industry works, being on the other side of the fence. And like I said, because I started as an author and a speaker, it gave me such a unique perspective. So why put yourself through all of that when you could be on your way in just 8 weeks? I have bonuses that are designed to help you with a complete, comprehensive speaker strategy, a limited, highly discounted price. It's compared to what I was offering it for before, it's amazing. And powerful bonuses to make your decision super easy, and an unconditional money back guarantee. So you really have nothing to lose at all. As soon as you sign up, you'll get your first lesson. The offer is only available for the next 24 hours. So I hope you'll claim a better future for yourself today and not struggle. Now remember, at the very beginning, I promised a nugget from Napoleon Hill. If you're not familiar with Napoleon Hill, he wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich. He was hired by Andrew Carnegie to interview the captains of industry back in the 30s and 40s to see if they shared any common characteristics. Well, he found that they shared 16 characteristics. And of course, I'm not going to go through all of those with you now, but 5 of them were so significant. I want to share them with you as we wrap up today. They were learned. That's the good thing. They weren't based on socioeconomic upbringing, where you grew up, anything, whether you had a single parent household or 2 parents. It had nothing to do with it. The top 5 characteristics were learned, and they are a burning desire. You have to want this more than anything to succeed. Whatever it is you want to do, you have specialized knowledge. The people that Napoleon Hill talked to very much had specialized knowledge. They knew something that few people knew, and they studied it. Discipline. When I wrote my first book, I know I was writing on Sundays when my friends were out at the pool or shopping, and it was hard. It took a lot of discipline to get where I am. It takes strong associations. Who you affiliate with, who you associate with is really important for your success. And last but not least, it takes decisiveness. And I have a real easy trick for you when it comes to making a decision. And that's, ask yourself these 2 questions. Will this decision move me closer to my dreams? And is this decision in harmony with what I am doing? And if you have yes and yes, you have your answer. And there you go. So thank you so much for being with me today. I am going to go live. Okay, I'm going to disconnect my PowerPoint and go live on camera. And I am going to pull the offer there and go back to the chat bar. Now I'm going to type in, oh, okay, Tracy has to leave. Thank you. If you have any technical issues, Tracy, please just email me. I'll get right back to you. We have quite a time difference between us. But if anybody else, if you're not on the live webinar, you can go to thepaidspeaker.com for the next 24 hours to get that special webinar price and the added bonus. So, I made a space in it. Sorry. Okay. It's hard to type and talk at the same time sometimes. There we go. Okay, there's a link at the top of the chat bar. So if you want to go to thepaidspeaker.com, and when I edit this, I'll put it here. So click on thepaidspeaker.com and get started today to make 6 figures as a speaker. If anybody has any questions, I'll wait for just a minute in the chat bar and take a look at that. If you have any questions, I'm here for you, or you can always email me. You're welcome. Tracy, thank you for your time. I really appreciate getting this special time since you signed up for the course without having had the introductory webinar first. I really look forward to helping you. Thank you so much. If anybody else has any questions, it's Good Friday. It's Happy Easter today. That's awesome. All right, well, I'm going to sign off. Again, you can go to the paid speaker, or you can email me, robin@lvcsb.com. And I look forward to helping you become a 6-figure speaker. Thanks so much.